My good friend right here, Paul Sherry, I tease him a lot. He helps us out, by the way, with our strategic plan, you know. And I told him, I asked him one day, I said, you know, in order for you to come into Fairbanks, you need to go to our office and file for a green card. Yeah. So then he can be welcome. The other thing is, you know, I tell people, and this really gets people mad, okay? Because as we know, Fairbanks is not a village. But I tell people, I'm the chief of Fairbanks. And boy, does that rub them in the wrong way. Some of our, you know, our chiefs, yeah, they don't like that. But some of them are very serious, and they come at me. Other ones, they just kind of laugh, you know, they think it's funny, but most of them, they don't appreciate that when I tell them I'm the chief of Fairbanks. You know, here's a bishop here with us too. I got a story about him. You know, we were celebrating Scott Fisher. You know, he'd been with the diocese like 40 years or something like that. So we're having a gathering for him here to show our appreciation for the many years, you know, he traveled around our region and prayed for people, etc. And so when the bishop got up here, he, you know, I had a brace on my neck. You know, I had a surgery. And I told the people, this is my new chief necklace. And anyway, when he got up here, he told the people that, you know, you're all probably wondering who's going to take over St. Matthew's Church. And he said, I think I want to appoint Steve Ginnis because he already has a collar around his neck. And then afterwards I was walking around the crowd, you know, and this one person said, I'll see you in church on Sunday. I said, yeah, that's fine. I appreciate seeing you there. But under my leadership, church going to start at 7 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. So, yeah. 7 days a week. Not just Sunday. 7 days a week. Yeah. Amen. Anyway, it's sure nice to have you all here, you know, this evening. We sure appreciate you folks being here with us. You know, our staff put a lot of work into this. You know, when you put on a potlatch, there's a lot of work involved. And a lot of coordination and people stepping up to help us out. And I just want to thank all of you for just being here with us tonight. And, you know, kind of, this is our way of showing our appreciation to the people of Fairbanks. And so, you know, I'd like you to all give my staff a big hand of applause. They're all over the room. You know, I've been very fortunate to work around good people. I've been very fortunate to have a good board of directors also. What I appreciate about my board is they don't micromanage me. They allow me to run the organization. You know, and you know, when you're in a position like I am, it's not cool when you have to fight with your board. You know, and then have to deal with the issues that come before you. So I really appreciate my board of directors. And there's some of them here in the audience. If they could stand and be recognized, I would appreciate that.
Right now.
1, 2, 3. I work for a 9-member board of directors. I got 9 chiefs I work for. They're very good to work with. I really appreciate working with them. You know, like I said, they allow me to run the organization, so I've been very blessed in that way. Anna, you want to say something? What kind of joke am I going to tell? Are they still counting? Okay. After we get done with a pageant, I'd like to close it out with a couple of native songs, just in recognition of these young people that came up here, made their speeches. It takes a lot of courage to get in front of people. 1973, I went to my first Potlatch Chiefs Convention, and it was held at the Polaris building down there. It wasn't as huge as it is today back then. And so they had it down there in Polaris building, and I came in with some people from Fort Yukon Flats. And that was my first ever convention. And they were telling me they're going to nominate me for the executive board. I told them, no. I said, you know, I don't even know what's going on here. Well, I was sitting there talking to one of them, and pretty soon they called me up. I mean, they called my name, and I said, what they're calling me for? They said, you got to go up there and make a speech. And I said, for what? They said, you were nominated for executive board. So I tell you, when I got up there, I was sweating, I was shaking, and I was like this. I said, I'm Steve Ginnis from Fort Yukon. And that was it. That's all I said. And I'll be damned if I didn't get elected. So, you guys remember that. If you're running for office, just put your head down like this, tell them what your name is, and you'll get elected. You know, you guys tune into the political presidential race. You know that Donald Trump? The only thing I would say about that guy is that I hope and pray that Bernie Sanders get elected so that those people that are supporting Donald Trump can get the mental health services they need. See, I could be a stand-up comedian. Yeah. Okay, I think I'll quit there before I get too carried away. And I'll give the phone to somebody that's more sane, the Reverend Anna Frank.